Watch fans, today we're going to look at one of the American icons, one of my personal favorites, the Rolex Day-Date President. Stay tuned. So today we're going to be looking at one of the day-dates with the President bracelet. Yes, that is the proper way to pronounce it. However, we do get a lot of people who say, I'm looking for a president. That is perfectly fine. That watch actually picked up the name, and a lot of people have always believed that was actually from President Eisenhower. Well, the original watch that you actually saw him wearing, and he's doing his wave, that watch is going to be a different bracelet. However, what a lot of people don't know is when Rolex actually first introduced the day-dates, remember, this piece at that time was the first calendar that actually displayed the day. That was a big, huge deal going on in the watch community at that time. But what Rolex took the time to do was they introduced this watch to world leaders first. So even though the introduction of the watch, a lot of people would say would be 1956, Rolex actually dates it a little bit different, simply because they were given with a letter to that individual world leader, and that person actually had a chance to show off the watch before the world could, so they could actually say, if the world leaders are wearing it and it's our tribute to them, imagine who and what you can be when you wear this watch as well. This watch does feature a president bracelet. That president bracelet is, again, what we were just talking about, but it is the most world-renowned because it is endless. The most luxurious bracelet at that time as well. When you actually do that piece in platinum, which we actually have with us here today, you have a piece that is pure luxury. Again, I love the weight of this watch. I love the look of this watch. And to me, it does. It gives that more presidential status, that more elite status that you're looking to find in a watch. The one that we actually have here today is going to be a little bit different than what you would see. You typically see the glacier blue, hence I'm wearing my Rolex glacier blue tie, just to kind of have some fun with it as well. But we're going to go to a watch today that has a lot of features that you do not normally see. This is a very rare, more special order Rolex. This watch would not go to all Rolex stores. Not all ADs are created equally, which means authorized dealers. So yes, even with Rolex, there are hierarchies when it comes to where you're shopping. The great thing about SwissWatchExpo is we are the hierarchy. We have it all. We give you those different choices. And so we can show off a piece that most people will never even see in life. This piece is going to feature the Meteorite dial. Yes, from the Gibeon Meteorite, this dial is over 4 billion years old for this meteorite. 4 billion years old. I don't think any of us are going to come close to how long this has actually been and what the quality means when we say that. Featuring VVS quality diamonds that are going to be D to G in color on the dial itself. The quality of these stones, because of the shape of it, is extremely important. Because if you don't give a diamond that is actually going to be full of life, full of vibrance, that cut quality be there, but more than anything, the clarity, it's a step cut stone. You can see straight through it. That means that if there's something there, inclusion-wise, it's going to jump right out at you. So you want to be able to have a stone that is clean enough that when you look through it, you still do not see anything, and you have a clear, beautiful view throughout your diamond completely. What a lot of people don't know, and the difference between the dial quality diamonds and the bezel, is Rolex only uses internally flawless diamonds for the bezel. Still going to be D to G in color, but a lot more closely matched because they are closer to your eye. This particular one is going to be internally flawless. Internally flawless means that in the polishing, they can have some minute imperfections under a loupe. However, inside of the stone, that stone is going to be internally flawless, meaning internally, everything is flawless. When you mix that with an over 4 billion year old dial, what are we talking? We have to put this on a day-date. It has to be on the most presidential watch that you can have. It has to be on the most elite look that you want to carry as well. Even though there is another line above that day-date, which is called the Pearl Master, it never has and never will hold the value and the strength and the heritage and the history that you're going to find in this day-date. I want you to tell us what you think about this watch in the comments below here at SwissWatchExpo. Just so you know, this watch is going to be a 40 millimeter It does measure out a little bit bigger. It gives more of a 43mm profile, but I love the fact that everything is cut perfect. Fits perfect when it comes to your shirt sleeves. You don't actually have to worry about tailoring them. And if you do decide to wear French cuffs, it gives that perfect piece of resistance for you. This piece is like no other. It stands out and it's always going to be a step above. So again, tell us what you think in the comments below here at SwissWatchExpo.